what product. So if you're a beginner and interested in makeup, let's dive into this video. The first step of doing your makeup is definitely prepping your skin. So the first step that you're going to start with is moisturizing. You can moisturize and use a primer. I'll be using this primer because I've already moisturized. But if you don't want to use a primer and you just want to use a moisturizer, that's also okay. Go for a moisturizer which is lightweight if it's a morning makeup, so it doesn't, make your face look greasy. I'm using this coverall primer, and this one has a hydrating feel to it, so I'm going to take it on the tip of my fingers. Usually a primer always fills in your pores, so it's a good idea to just go over your pores so the foundation can glide on very smoothly and the pores are least visible. Can go on your T-zone. T-zone is basically this, so on your forehead, nose, chin area, but I have pores on my cheeks as well, so I went there and a little on my forehead, and you're going to pat it in. Not going to rub the product too much, but gently pat in the product. If you feel that it's a little sticky, that's a good thing. Then it's going to be very easy for your foundation to just stay put. So a sticky primer is definitely a better option than a silky smooth one where the foundation can just glide off. So if you have a sticky moisturizer, which is a very light formula, you can also use that. The next step is foundation, and I'm going in with a new foundation today. I'm going to try out this Maybelline Superstay 24 Hours Full Coverage Foundation. This one is in the shade Natural Beige. I ordered this online, so let's see if it matches my skin tone. It's always tricky if you order foundations online. So one pump full, and I'm going to use stippling brush. This one is from La Cara, and gently spread out the product on my face. In a soft stippling motion, you're gonna cover your full face. This does seem like, yeah. It's not too dark for me, so I think the foundation definitely works. And this one is a full coverage foundation. For this step, if you're not into full coverage foundations, like if you do not have much blemishes and acne scars and you want a very sheer finish, as in you want your skin to be visible and you don't mind your skin texture to be visible, you can go with a BB cream as well. And you can also apply it with your fingertips. That also works. And as a beginner, you would also want to go over your lips, because this works as a primer for your lips and it's kind of like a blank slate. So when you put your lipstick on top, it's going to last longer. Since it's a full coverage foundation, all the marks on my forehead are going to be covered and gone. The next step is concealing. But here the trick is to not use the concealer to hide your spots. You can definitely do that, but if you're doing that, use a darker shade of concealer than a lighter shade, because a lighter shade is just going to get bring focus to those spots. So if you want to hide spots, it's better to be done with a full coverage foundation than a concealer. But in this, I'm just going to highlight my under eye area and the high points of my nose and chin with a concealer which is like 2 shades lighter. I'm using Fit Me concealer. This is Fit Me in the number 20 Sand Sable. If you're new to concealing, you should just not put too much. Just dot out a triangular thing. If you put too much, you might end up with a lot of product which you don't know what to do. So instead of that, just do dots. That's it. The less you have, it's better, because if you want more you can always add extra products, but if you have too much it's always difficult to remove the product. So I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to blend it in. Can you see this area is glowing a little bit? The under eye area. Then this here, it's darker. So make sure you leave a little room for the concealer. You don't want to layer too much. So leave this area while applying foundation, because you are going to cover it up with concealer. This tiny step will make you make those under eye dark circles gone, miraculously disappeared. And it's also, if you have like dry under eye area, then it's a very good idea to use eye cream and keep the area hydrated. And do not pull and tug a lot on this area, just go very gentle. But I have like a weird shaped nose, so I like the point to be here. That is why I highlight this area. One more use of the concealer is to use it as a primer for your eyelid. If you're not going to use if you're going to use eyeshadow, a primer is a good idea. So the eyeshadow stays on longer. So all you want to do is to just dot a few drops of concealer, apply it, and just tap with your fingers. Because it's a tiny area and your eyelid is very sensitive, it's better not to use a big brush. But if you have a tinier detailing brush, you can definitely use that. But your fingers are fine too. Just dab and make that thing gone. Like the darkness should just disappear. So I'll just finish blending this and come back. The next step is definitely setting your makeup for the day so the foundation does not move. I have oily combination skin. If you have dry skin, you can go for a compact, but it's better to use a loose powder. If you have oily skin, this completely helps you set the under eye area where it tends to get a little greasy. So I'm going to take this Maybelline Fit Me loose powder, and I'm going to take a brush, like a fluffy brush, or you can use your sponge as well, and just roll it underneath your eye. I'm not baking, but I'm just setting it. So don't worry if you have excess, you're going to dust it away later. This will kind of mattify this area and help you make the makeup last longer. So the next step is doing your eyes. I have already done my eyebrows beforehand, but that's definitely not a beginner step, so you can completely skip it. I have very thin eyebrows, that is why I draw in my eyebrows to make it look denser. But if you have dense eyebrows, you definitely don't need this step, and it's definitely not a beginner step. Okay, going into eyes, you can just use 2 colors or even just one shimmery shade and you'll be done for the day. You can use a shade like this. You can buy a quad. You don't have to buy a palette because that's not essential. So you can buy a tiny single shade like this, or if you have a shade like this, also like a shimmery golden shade. This one is from MAC. You can just put this on your eyelid like this shade and you'll be done. But if you have a bronzer or any shade like this, you can use it as a transition color on your crease. What is a transition color? It's basically the color which is going to be between this place and your eyelid. So basically that transition color goes into your crease where your eye opens. So basically this area between this and this. So here is the eyelid and you're going to put the shimmery shade here. If you're not into shimmery shades, you can just use a matte shade. So you don't need more than 2 colors. So if you're starting out and you do makeup, you need to look presentable and you need to put makeup every day, you can just buy 2 single single shades like this. And so for today, I'm gonna use this. This is from ColourPop. It's a Super Shock shadow. This was an original product from US and I didn't have to pay customs for this, but currently they are charging a lot of customs, so be aware of what you're purchasing because it might cost you a lot of customs. So I'm going to just take this shade on a fluffy brush like this. This has a U shape nicely to go into your crease. If you don't have this and if you have a bronzer or a contour palette like this, you can also use that. Like if you have a contour palette, you can use this shade as a transition color. That is also fine. Just go into your crease and gently blend it in. Just don't go up and down. Go into your crease and gently, in very gentle motions, just try to draw your crease. And that's it. It's like more than enough for a transition color. If you really want to smoke it out, you can go into a bigger, fluffier brush, go into the color again and blend it out. This is fluffy and it's going to just smoke out the edge and it's going to make your edge look very smooth. If you do not have time, you can just skip the step and just put a shimmery shade instead. Today's video, I'm going to use this shimmery shade from MAC. It's called A Natural Flirt and this is from their series Extra Dimension eyeshadow. This is a this is a single eyeshadow and you can see the shimmery shade. It's pretty nice. So all you need is a flat brush, or for good pigment, you can just put in your finger and not use a brush. You can see the pigment. And you can just go over your lid. And just coat your eyelid. Because of my nails, I can't reach the inner corner, so I'm going to just take a tinier brush and I'm going to go into the edge. But trust me, the best way to get a good pigment and a good shine is to use your fingers and just go over it. And if you feel it's gone over your transition shade, do not worry, do not panic. You can just take that fluffy brush and just blend it out. It's this simple. That's it, not much effort. This is the L'Oreal Superstay eyeliner. It has a felt tip. It's really easy for anyone to do a wing liner with this. So I'm going to show you how to do that. A very basic wing liner. So once you're done with the wing, you're gonna start drawing the eyeliner as close to your eyelid, as close to the edge as possible, so there are no gaps between your lashes. So if this happens with you where the eyeliner goes over your eyeshadow, then don't panic. It's okay, like happens. So if that happens, just go in with your eyeshadow one more time and go on top of it. It's really difficult for me to film this with, looking with my peripheral vision. But it was really fun. And then you can just go in with your liner again and just fix it. So I'm just gonna do that off camera and come back. So I'm done with my eyeliner. So the next step is mascara. Without mascara, it kind of looks a little, dull. And because your eyelashes have powder and foundation on it, so you want to turn them black with some good mascara. I'm using Maybelline Lash Sensation. And this has, this promises to give you the volume and the oomph. So let's go in and wiggle and make those lashes look sensational. And I'm gonna do my bottom lashes as well. But you're gonna use the tinier side for the bottom lashes. No makeup, and there is a simple wing eyeliner and some mascara. So we're gonna finish off this look with a Milani Baked Blush. I'm gonna use this brush which comes with the product, and I'm gonna start from the apples of my cheek and gently take it up. This does not have much pigment, but it has a very slight sheen. That's it, from the apples of your cheek upwards. And we're gonna go into that same MAC shade, and we are going to highlight this cheekbones. We're gonna take the same MAC eyeshadow. We don't need to buy too many products. If you choose the products correctly, you can definitely multitask and multi-use them. So just take a little on your brush, or else you can also go in with your fingers and dab, dab, dab. I can show you that also with your fingers. Take little, not much. Then you can just go from here. This place is the place where you highlight, like this. But then the glow isn't intense. To intensify the glow, you can use this or a fan shaped brush. This also gives you intense, this gives you a subtle glow, this gives you an intense glow. So take some on your fan brush and just fan it like this, like in a circular motion. And if you want to see the glow with this, I'm going to show you on the other cheek. See, the glow is intense with this brush. You don't really need to buy a highlighter or or you can also highlight. If you buy a highlighter, you can use it for eyeshadow as well, so you can just interchange and make it work. You don't need too many products. For lips, I'm gonna use the Sugar Matte as Hell crayon lipsticks. I'm using the shade Jessica Day, which is shade number 23, and these are really easy to use. So I know lipstick is pretty standard for everyone who doesn't do makeup to put on, but I'm going to show you how you can get the shape of your lips correctly. So a very easy thing to do is draw an X here on your cupid's bow. And then trace out the shape of your lips. And you can just fill them in normally and you will still have the shape. So guys, this is my complete look and it's very easy to do. I haven't done like too much. It should take you around 10 to 15 minutes, maximum 25 to half an hour to finish this look if you are just starting out. Take your step, take your time, blend in the foundation, hydrate your skin, take care of your skin. You're definitely going to feel good when you look good all day. So it's basically putting your best foot forward. Hey guys, so I'll be doing one more video on how to curate your basic makeup kit. That will be for the beginners. You certainly do not need 200 products to look your best self. You can definitely multitask and multi-use a lot of products and still get the same look. So stay tuned for that. Hope this video helped you, and if you have any further questions, you can definitely put them in the comments below. You can also reach out to me on my Instagram handle. It's joyita day with a dot in between joyita and day. I will definitely try to answer all your queries about beauty, makeup in the DMs. See you guys in the next video. Till then, be fabulous. Bye.